What's going on, guys? Today we're back inside of Infinity Kingdom, and I want to talk to you guys about building your primary march. When you get inside of the game, it can get really confusing on how to build some marches, what troops and which immortals you should focus on. So today I'm going to give you guys a bit of a guide that's helped me along the way. Before I go any further, make sure you sub the channel, ring the bell if you love Infinity Kingdom and want to see more. Now, as you can see right here, my marches are a little bit skewed. My number one march is my water march. My number two is a electric or lightning march. And then I have the wind march as my number three, but there are other troops and other immortals kind of mixed up in there. Now, the first thing worth noting is when you first get into the game, you're really going to want to focus on one march, one bit of troops, one bit of immortals that you can really upgrade. And for me, this has been my water march. Why the water march? Well, first of all, when you go into the game, a lot of you are going to most likely buy the second builder. It's $5 inside of the game. It's going to give you the extra builder, which really helps you out with progression. And with that, you will be getting Merlin. Merlin is incredible. He's one of my favorite immortals inside of the game, and you get him just from spending that $5. Probably the best value you can get in the game. And by the way, at this point in time, if you haven't yet downloaded Infinity Kingdom, I have the download links down below, both to the BlueStacks version or my code for the mobile version. So go ahead and download the game today. Give it a shot. It is an incredible kingdom builder. But you also, when you first start playing the game, there's an event called the Helen of Troy event, and it basically, upon completing the event, you get a ton of upgrade shards for Helen. As you can see, we have her upgraded all the way right now. She is max level because of this event. Now, she is not an epic, but she really does help out Merlin quite a bit, because if you look at Merlin's skills right here, he deals magical damage rate of 338 at this point in time for me, to all enemies, and if the target has been chilled, this damage is increased by 50%. Now, if we go to Helen, you'll notice that she has a chilling effect on the enemies. So having her, she plays really well with Merlin, not even including how the dragon that you're going to unlock is going to also have that chilling effect. So really buffing Merlin's ability, his main skill being much more powerful than it would typically be. So the easiest march to build in the beginning is going to consist of the following. It's going to be Merlin. It's going to be Helen of Troy. You're going to be looking at Lancelot, and you will be looking at Brynn. That was my starting top four. I spent a couple of weeks just with them, but notice now that my top four are not that. Now we have Ramesses or Ramses, and we have Attila the Hun. Now, in the long term of this game, you're going to want to have primarily epics. And with that being said, I will probably eventually get rid of Helen and pop in, let me find him right here, Yoshitun. I think Yoshitun. Him. I'll probably be popping him in. He's an archer. He would be taking the place of Helen of Troy, and that would be giving me a 4 epic primary march based on water. Now, what's the problem with this? A lot of people are doing the same strategy. A lot of people are focusing on water because it's one of the easier ones to build a primary strong march with. The counter to it would be earth, much more difficult to upgrade, at least in the beginning. But why is it important to have a primary march that's really strong? Well, when you go out into the world, you're going to want to be attacking gnomes. So like right now, if I want to go search for some gnomes, we'll look for level 15. You know, I just did a bunch, so the enemy is actually a little bit too strong. Now, with that being said, it's worth me noting, if I go back to immortals, you'll notice my Ramses and my Attila the Hun are lower in level than my Lancelot and then my Brynn. But the reason that I put them in, because I did lose about 5,000 power in my march from putting these epics in there. It's for me, it's worth grinding them up because they are my long-term game. I'd rather make my march a little bit less powerful having Attila in there and having Ramses in there than having the other troops that I'm not going to use long term. Most likely they're going to be bench warmers for the majority of my time inside of the game, while these guys are going to be my starters. They're going to be playing hard. So how do you get Ramses? How do you get Attila the Hun? Well, Ramses, I will show you right now, I actually purchased from the shop. You can also get him inside of the market, but I went into the shop, and where are we here? Let me get us over to the shop. And under the special bundles, you will see right here, you get for 50 bucks, which is a lot of money. So if you're free to play, you may not want to rock Ramses, but you get Ramses and you get all this other stuff. It was actually a great value. Also giving you that VIP, 6,100 VIP points, which is so important because that's going to be what helps you in the later game, which I'm going to be showing you in just a few minutes. Now, if you want to pick up Attila the Hun, it's a little bit easier. You would go into your daily deals. You would purchase all three of these, 99 cents, $1.99 and $2.99. Once you get all three of them, which is for a total of $6, you can unlock the chest, which is over here on the left side of the screen. As you can see, I've already unlocked that chest. It's right where all the gold with the crown is hanging out. And you can unlock one of four of these. You could do Attila, Alexander, El Cid, or Saladin. And basically you're getting an epic commander for only $6. Really great value. And now every time that I purchase one of these, I'm going to be getting these little, what are they even called? They're like little egg things. What is it? Pearls. I would be getting pearls, and I could furthermore upgrade Attila, but I believe I could still get Attila shards from the market as we refresh things here. So like right here, you'll notice, who is this right here? This is Ramses for 1,000 gems. I'm getting low in gems, but I do like buying Ramses to get him upgraded. He is going to be my primary guy. I have a lot of the purple crystals, but I don't have a lot of gems. I don't know, because what I should be doing is spending on my VIP, and that brings me to the next part here. The next part of this video is about future marches. What is the best long-term march, especially if you're going to be a small to medium spender inside of the game? Now, when you get to VIP 10, we did do a video on this. You'll notice you'll get yourself the Philosopher's Stone every single day. That combined with your daily rewards that you're getting right here, you would be getting 2 Philosopher's Stones every day. That's a great deal. It's going to be new opportunities for commanders every day, or for immortals, I should say. Keeping in mind right now, guys, that in my Hall of Immortals, we have 97 shards, or actually Philosopher's Stones. Shards, we have 51. So I'm going to be doing a video once I hit 100, unlocking all of them, and then talking about what I do when I unlock them. What do I do with all my lower non-epic commanders, immortals, heroes? What do I do with them? That's going to be for another video. I will tell you though, we spend a lot of time in the alchemy lab with them, getting rid of guys like this, as I'm going to do right now. Come on now, there we go. And we're going to refine them so we can get more of those purple crystals. But the end game that we were talking about, let's get ourselves all the way to VIP 15. And what can you get at VIP 15? You can unlock, boom, obviously you're going to have to purchase this, the Shadow Dragon egg. Now, something worth noting here, the Shadow Dragon is basically the counter to every other dragon inside of the game except for the Holy Dragon. So that's the egg, and this is the Shadow Dragon. This is end game inside of Infinity Kingdom. This dragon will beat all of the marches as long as you're upgraded to the point you need to be upgraded, but it will lose to the Holy Egg or the Holy Dragon. Although the Holy Dragon does not beat any of the others, only beats the Shadow, and is kind of neutral to all of the others. So lots going on. So in my thought process here is, I want to have one primary march, which is most likely going to be my my Water Dragon, following that up with a Shadow Dragon, following that up by a Holy Dragon. Now the Holy Dragons are going to come through in packs that you could purchase, and the Shadow Dragon is going to be available at VIP 15 for purchase. So again, those are things that you're going to have to pay for inside of the game. They're not things that you're going to be able to get for free. So it's worth noting that, well, depends on how you want to play, right? If you want to be 100% free to play, you're going to want to be someone that is utilizing, here, let me show you here. If you want to be free to play, you want to be utilizing either the water, the earth, the lightning dragon, or you want to be the wind dragon. Actually, not the wind dragon, the fire dragon. So fire, lightning, earth, or water. The reason being, when you go out and when you go looking for some of these over here, remember, oh, we have one ready right now. from these dragon chests, you can get the upgrade stones, right? So you purify, you're going to get those stones. You then spend those stones to upgrade. You cannot get the wind, you cannot get the holy, and you cannot get the shadow from going out there and farming for them. And let's show you right now how I typically do it. What I do right now, I have my march ready. I go looking for one of these. Basically, these are going to be the bosses that you have to attack, and you'll get the crates that are going to give you the stones that you need to upgrade those dragons. So what I do is go around and look for a level actually I'm kind of low right now because my troops are healing. Let's see if I can get this done. There's a level 2. This is going to give me a water dragon crate. We're going to attack it, and we are going to attack right there. We should be able to get that down. That's going to give me one of those chests. You cannot get wind, you cannot get shadow, and you cannot get holy from doing this, so you can't farm them from the map. So with that being said, how do you get wind, right? Wind you can only get right here in your arena. When you go to the insignia shop, you can purchase the wind dragon crystals in here. That's going to be from winning those battles inside the arena, spending the tokens that you get here on your wind dragon. That is a big investment, and it's a very time consuming one. Remember, I just did unlock Harold, Harold, who I'm really not even going to be using now, I'm realizing, because I went with Ramses instead and Attila. So Harold is kind of going to be a bench warmer for me, and I'm going to try to unlock Cleopatra just so I have her in case I want to do an Earth March later on. At the end of the day, I like to unlock all of the immortals so I have everything that I need. I don't need to upgrade them all, but I want them all unlocked so that I could utilize them. Remember, you could also get your immortals when you are participating and competing in the Mysterium. I actually completed this mission, and I try to hit up every single market along the way. I look at the path, I figure out where the market is, and I go to that market and I try and buy with gems any of the reward heroes, the immortals that I can purchase right inside of there. So you'll notice that we have all of that unlocked right now. So that is the end game. If you are someone that's going to spend, you really want to consider looking into those marches that are going to include Holy and Shadow. Now, if we go to Immortals again, and we come on over here to the top, you'll notice here, this is the page here for the Holy and Shadow Immortals. Notice, every other one, we have Fire, we have Wind, we have Lightning, we have Earth, we have Water. Notice Water, the easiest to unlock, but the Shadow and the Holy are on the same page. As of right now, there are not many immortals for each. There are literally 4 immortals for each of the factions. So you have Julius Caesar in Holy. You have Joan of Arc, who is not even an epic. She's an elite, and she is for Holy. You have Theodora, who is also for Holy, and you have, no, he's not even there yet. And you have this guy who I can't even pronounce his name. He is also Holy. Those are 4. Those are not all available for free. Some of them you're going to have to purchase, and they're harder to get. Now for Shadow, I have unlocked my favorite, the Queen of Brutality, Medb. I think she's like the best looking inside of the entire game. She is Shadow. And you have this one right here that's not available yet. You have Elizabeth, who's an epic. You have Flavius, who is an elite, and you have Siegfried, who is also an epic. But if we look at, I mean, I kind of want Shadow just so I could start using her. She is like amazing looking. Don't even know much about her stats yet because I've been really focusing on the ones that I have so far, but like talk about like hero collector type games makes you want to get some of these as well. So that's it. My primary march is focused on water right now because it's the easiest for me to upgrade, and in upgrading that I can get higher level gnomes, which are going to give me higher level rewards inside of the game. Then I'm going to be shooting for at least Shadow. I'm not 100% sure yet about Holy, not 100% sure how to unlock that Holy Dragon. I think it's from an event that comes through, which we haven't yet gotten here in the kingdom. But Shadow, it's a clear path. It's VIP 15, which takes a while to get to. It's going to take you spending a little bit in the shop to get those VIPs, or it's going to take you grinding a lot as a free-to-play player. You will be able to get there. It will just take time. But when you get there, if you want to unlock that dragon egg, it's going to be a purchase. And as we go here at VIP 9, it's a $99 purchase. So it's not cheap, right? It's $100 for this, and you get a whole bunch of stuff here, but it's not cheap. I value that Shadow Dragon egg at VIP 15, which is going to be right. Are we there? That's 14 right here. That egg and the Dark Fortress. Man, that's going to, I believe that JoJo in our alliance here, we're Shadow Syndicate and we're over here in server 8. Come on through if you want to join us, guys. We are looking for new members all the time. Make sure you come through if you want to be in the best server with one of the best alliances. A very great place to be right now. But you get the nice skin for your castle, and you get the Shadow Dragon egg. For me, this is end game right here. The Shadow March. Pairing it with the Water March, which will be maxed by then, and then considering the Holy March, maybe going with another one along the way. I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to see what works out best for me as far as my pocket without spending too much where my wife is gonna get mad at me, but while also having enough inside of the game to do well and to be able to win. And we are doing some upgrades right now, guys. We did get our smeltery to level 23 because our castle just got itself to level 23 as well, making our way, progressing very nicely through Infinity Kingdom. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope it gave you some insight. If you leave with one thing, remember, focus on your primary march. Your main march is the most important. Spend on that. Spend your time, spend your resources on your primary march, whichever it is. The easiest for you to get the highest level, highest power most quickly is going to be water if you're brand new to the game. But if you want to be the counter to that, you may want to consider the Earth army. But really, it's up to you. But focus on one. That's the best tip you can get, guys. Focus on one, make it super strong so you can get those higher level gnomes, higher level battles, get more rewards for that. Then think about your end game. Your end game may not be holy. Your end game may not be shadow. It may be some of these others, like maybe it's going to be lightning and maybe it's going to be fire. You could be whatever you want, depends on your play style, your pay style, and how what you just really enjoy. Maybe you just like the way something looks inside of the game. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you sound off down below, and I'm going to be bringing you Infinity Kingdom videos almost every single day on the channel. Make sure you throw in the love. And by the way, check out this shirt. This shirt right now, I don't even know if it's going to be available by the time this video drops, but you can check it out in my shop. If this one is gone, which is a limited time offer, we have others. Check them out in the shop. The link is in the description of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you download the game using my links down below. Have a great day and be good.